Are you tired of your business feeling just invisible online? Or do you feel like you're just kind of getting crowded out in this digital space? Well, that is what we're going to talk about this week, because so many businesses will go out and spend a lot of money on content, and they don't always see that return on investment. So we are going to talk about a way that a video podcast can help that. And there's some other tips and tricks on how to make sure that your video podcast goes off without a hitch. Stay tuned. Thank you for tuning in this week. I'm, as always, really pumped to give you guys this information. I'm excited about it because we're going to dive into a number of things. And we're going to talk about why video for SEO. It's not just about views. And then we're going to talk about how we can help make it easy. I mean, we're going to mark all these for you so that way you can skip if you want to. But really, a lot of this, we're going to be focused kind of around the video podcast studio here, because like I said in the intro, so many cases, people spend a lot of money on video and then it gets lost. So we work on both sides, whether it's in the studio or whether it's with one of our other projects, to make sure that it's not going to get lost in the digital divide, or maybe we want to call it the digital crevasse, that it just falls down into. We want to make sure that it gets out there and it gets seen by the right people, and most of all, for the right reasons. So when it comes to it, why video for SEO? Well, first off, Google, they own YouTube. I mean, Google, YouTube, that's number one and number two search engines out there. Huge search opportunities in that. I mean, think about when you look something up. Before, you would look something up and you would look for a text on it or whatever. You'd look for a small article on it. Now, if you're going to look something up, or if you're going to look for information on something, you don't want to read about it. You want to watch about it. You want to learn about it that way. And we'll get into some of the reasons why you want to do that. But with video becoming so popular, this just makes sense to add that to your search engine optimization tool belt. And I say that slowly because I, in so many cases, mess that up. The reason why they all like it so much is, let's dive into what some of the platforms do here. Let's take Google. Let's take especially like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok. What is the reason that all of those platforms exist? I ask this of people all the time, and so many people tell me, oh, it's to unite people, it's to connect people. No. It is to make those companies money. That's the sole reason why those platforms exist. Now, there's a byproduct of that, is sure, they do connect people, they do inform people, but they exist to make money. That is the sole reason why they exist. And how do they do that? They sell advertising dollars. And the way they sell those advertising dollars is by saying, hey, look, we had X number of people on here for Y time. That is how they do that. So if there's a video out there that keeps people engaged, that keeps people watching, they can brag to their advertisers and say, look, we keep all these people right here. We keep all of these people online for all of this time. Don't you want to be in front of those people? The more people they have for the more time they have, obviously the more advertising they can sell. So guess what? Video is huge for them because it's very rewarding to them. It helps them make more money. If it's rewarding to them, guess what they're going to do for your video? They're going to obviously show it to that many more people. The other thing that I'm going to say with this is videos are dynamic. There's text out there, and there's a lot of amazing writers. There's a lot of great text out there. But with videos, you get to show that personality of things. You get to see what's out there. You get to see who's there. You can really make that personality and everything that goes into that show through. You can't necessarily do that in text as much. People don't see it, or it could be misconstrued or whatever. In a video, there's pretty much no mistaking. This is exactly it. Huge for it. So something else. I know I've kind of downplayed text in many cases here, but text is still extremely valuable because most of the sites don't necessarily watch the videos, so to say. They aren't necessarily pulling the stuff out of the videos and watching them. What they are looking at is the text transcripts. There we go. I'll finally be able to say that. So yes, the sites are going to go out and look at text transcripts, and they're going to see that, and that's how they're going to figure out what your video is about. That is crawlable for keywords and for other items like that. Now, if you do a video podcast in our studios, you get a text transcript. You actually get two of them. You get one of them that is set up as just a TXT document. Goes into Notepad. You can throw it in Google Docs. You can throw it wherever you want. But that is just a regular old text document. You can copy and paste that anywhere. The other one that we send you away with is an SRT document. Now, what that is that has the timing for closed captions, because closed captions open up videos for huge reasons. We've covered this in previous videos, and I'll probably put a link to those below. But what it does is, first off, it allows people to watch videos when they can't hear them, so they can watch and read along to whatever's going on. The other thing is it obviously opens up for a bigger audience. There are hearing impaired people that do watch video, that want to watch video, that want to connect with the people that are out there online in the videos. So it allows them to do that also. And as I said, that's crawlable by the search engines, so you can get discovered that way too. One last thing that I want to cover with this is the shareability. When is the last time you shared a blog or just a website with someone? You shared the video about something, right? That is what's going to get the most shares, is that video. I mean, did we talk before 10, 12 years ago about sharing cat blogs? No, we shared cat videos. So that is what that is going to go to. It makes it shareable. And when you're sharing, you're reaching out to people that already have things in common. Huge for helping to develop that audience. When it gets shared, one of the big things about that is it's, as I said, getting shared with people that have things in common. They think it's a like interest for someone else. No one's sending me makeup videos. Trust me, no one's sending me makeup videos. But they are sending me car videos. They are sending me motorcycle videos. They're sending me podcast videos, because those are things that I'm interested in, and people know that. So it helps the algorithms not only figure out what I like, but what the people around me like. So once again, as it gets shared, it's got that commonality to it, because our second section that we're going to talk about here is that it's not just about views. It's not about how many eyeballs you get. Engagement is the biggest thing. You can get a video that has 10,000 views, but let's say they only viewed the first 30 seconds of it before they clicked out. Well, what good did that do you if it's a 10-minute long video and it takes you 4 minutes to get into your main point? It doesn't do you any good. So just because you had 10,000 views, that doesn't mean anything. Who engaged with it? So who watched the full video? Who clicked like? Who shared the video? Who made a comment that you can respond to or that you can build another video off of? That type of engagement is huge. Even bigger than that is, what did that video do in terms of driving people to your store or your website, or to do something, or to sign up for a newsletter? Whatever your goal was in that, what did that do to help drive that directly into your pipeline where you want that? That is the bigger question. I would rather have 10 people sign up for my newsletter than 10,000 people view the first 30 seconds of a video and not go any further with it. It just makes sense. So stop looking at the vanity metrics and make sure that we're firing off and reaching those right people. The other thing that I've got to say, and this is why we split stuff up, is not everyone's going to read a blog. I do my best to read all sorts of news sites and informational sites. I enjoy doing that. But if you give me the option to read a blog or to have someone explain it to me, in a video, guess which option I'm going to take? Guess which option most people are going to take? They are going to get that read to them. They are going to have someone talk to them about it. And there's a few reasons why this is very much the case. Is first off, in a blog, they're going to read and digest that information on their own. In a video, as I mentioned before, it's dynamic. There's something that comes along with it where you can tell where I'm putting the emphasis, where I'm really just amped up about something, where I'm pulling back and asking questions and really trying to get you to think. Video allows you to do that, whereas a blog doesn't do that as much. Now, once again, I'm still saying there is a place for the text blog, for sure, and that's part of the reason why we supply that text document. In the same sense, if I could have someone dynamically talk to me about the item, I tell you what, that's where I'm probably going to tune into that. The other thing is there is the know, like, trust factor. As people see you on video, as people hear you, they get to know you, they get to like you. And as they hear things and they go out and verify them, that builds that trust. So now you've got the know, like, and trust factor. It helps you just breeze. I don't want to say breeze through those steps. It helps you build those steps. That's a very difficult step in the sales process, is building those items, building that know, like, and trust. That's part of that sales cycle. So if you can build that earlier, if you can build that even before you've ever talked to a person, that becomes a huge, huge thing. That, once again, that accelerates your sales cycle. That makes it so much easier for you. So let's talk. I mean, we've talked about how to do all of this, but sounds kind of hard. It doesn't have to be. Sounds kind of expensive. Once again, it doesn't have to be. Whenever we look at doing videos outside of the studio, we're always working with our clients to say, look, what is the return on investment? What do we need to do to get your money back on this? In many cases, if it's a video project that's $4,000, it's what's it going to take to get $8,000 back out of it? That, I mean, as business owners, that is the key, is getting that money and then some back out of it. That's why we invest. That's why we look to do things to move forward. So we look at this on the video podcast side as super economical. When you look at the return on investment, our pricing is very low for the studios. If you're just going to be doing something remote where we're going to be handling just the production side of it, not even coming into the studios, same thing. That way, we want to make it so all you have to do is what you're good at. And that's talking about what you do. That's talking about what you're an expert at. That's talking about what you do for a living, what you need to do to move your things forward. Talking about that should be the super easy part for you, right? That being said, we'll take care of the rest of the stuff, because I don't really think you want to learn video editing. We love it. That's why we do it. But it's one of those things where we want to take that load from you and do it at a level that makes sense from a return on investment level. I hear it all the time. I hate being on camera. Look, it's so funny. No one is thinking about that zit. No one is thinking about those 5 extra pounds that you gained over Christmas. No one is thinking about that stuff. When you get on camera, as long as you talk about what you know, you're going to be able to do that confidently. And that's what people really need to see. And that's what people are going to pay attention to. It makes it so much easier. And like I said, whether it be here in the studio, in your office, anywhere else, we can make that easy for you. I also mentioned the SEO side of it. We're going to make sure that we're working with you to figure out what things you need to be talking about. What's important to you? What's important to your industry? What niche do you fit in? How does that all come together? We've done this quite a bit. We're going to help you work on that to figure that out. As I mentioned before, too, one of the other things that we do with this long podcast. I've been at it here. It's telling me for about 17 minutes now. One of the things that we do with this is we're going to create some of that short form content for you. Now, that short form content is what I always joke. It's that thing that people can doom scroll, whether they're on the couch, whether they're in the car, whether they're waiting for an appointment, all those things. And that can help you catch those additional eyeballs that really, those are the people that are going to be out there. They're going to be scrolling through. They're going to see that. And the algorithms aren't going to send that to people that don't want to see it. They know what the people want. And if they want to see your stuff, they will see it. So we make sure that that happens via those short clips. We give you so many more chances to be able to do that. So how are we going to summarize all of this? So first off, let's go back to the big basics here. This is not about vanity metrics. That's not what we want to do. We are not looking to get you 10,000 views if they all check out in the first 30 seconds. That doesn't mean anything. We want to help you build meaningful content that's going to support your business. I said that the algorithms, they love video. You are doing something that helps them make money. And in return, they're going to support you by showing you to more of those people that are interested in what you do. It's a reciprocal relationship. It really is. It's symbiotic. Everyone's working together to do the same thing, as long as you're doing things to support your end of the relationship. All that being said, we are not going to just say, hey, look, here's a camera, go ahead and push record, let us know when you're done. We handle all the difficult video editing stuff, all the production side of it. We can even post things for you, because what you do is what you do. You don't need to become a podcast expert. You don't need to become a video expert. That's why we're here. We're here to take that load off of you. That all being said, that was a mouthful today, wasn't it? I really do appreciate you sticking with me, hanging out till the end here. Make sure you've liked, subscribed. We're going to have a ton more great content coming out here soon. Let us know what you would like to see. What's a question that you have? I would love to cover it for you. That being said, I'll see you soon.